Hey guys, welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever we want. We got AJ back.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, thank you for showing me your beautiful music that went viral because, like, I want to be a musician too.
You are a musician, Joe.
You are a musician, dude. You even have a rap album.
I think he's just fishing for compliments.
That's exactly what he was doing.
No, but like,
You're not very good.
Validation.
no.
We gotta bring him down. You're not very good.
I know, but like, I'm not like professional.
You have to sing like a Disney princess, like his girlfriend.
That's the thing.
Try.
A whole new world.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That's pretty good. I wish I had a piano.
I got shy.
Oh, he has one.
Got you. Just don't blow
Who's
it.
blowing into it? I'll do it.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, that's
Dude,
it.
nice.
I'm done.
Oh, no. That was great.
Yeah.
Do you have perfect pitch?
I don't know how to read notes.
If you know what middle C is by heart, just like without playing it, that's when you would know. Well, now you just played it, so.
Hey, let me try. Middle C.
Yeah.
You heard
He just heard it. Do other ones.
I bet you he's not gonna get it. I bet you he's not gonna get it.
Play different team. Play different notes.
Okay, hold on.
I'm already not gonna get it because 23andMe says I'm off key by 50%.
Okay, well, let's see if they're
It's not
wrong.
super accurate.
Let's see if they're wrong.
They say that out there?
It does.
C. Nah, see, I already fucked up.
C. Play it. I don't think it is.
See.
That sounds more like C. Oh, see?
C. Oh, you're just a little bit.
He's pitchy.
He's pitchy.
You're kind of pitchy, dude.
How about lower C? C.
He was waving as fuck with that.
He went on a journey to find that note. Oh shit, dude. Oh man.
Well, Bart hit me up to do a jam sesh in the beginning of quarantine, but he never sent a video over, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, let's have a live one. Remember we used to have those? I fucking miss music, man. I miss it so
Yeah, last
I
time
love
think
that
you
y'all
guys
are like
did it.
secret musicians, you know what I mean?
Secret shitty ones. Dude, I set up the drum set in my house because I'm like, you know what? I need to unleash
He's been
this.
begging me for years to set
Begging
this up.
for years, and I'm like, I
'Cause
need
we've
to
never had
unleash
the
this
room.
creativity. Yeah. So I get on there and I play. I'm like, God damn, I suck. I put the sticks down. I go somewhere else. I'm like,
Never played it again.
No way.
Is it still there though? The drum?
yeah.
Good.
And every time I
It
get on,
looks
I'm like,
cool.
fucking offbeat as a motherfucker.
You were playing a lot in the office when you had it set up over there, the other office.
Each time was I would play and I'm like, I suck, and I just put it down.
I couldn't tell because it looked like you were really into it.
It's because I have headphones, so I'm hearing what's really going on. And it
In your
doesn't-
mind.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
I bought a $5,000 piano. It was a Baldwin, the old school one, because you know, like before it was American made, and it has that like sound. It's all like warm, and it's that character of like kind of like. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's different, right? So, but then afterwards, Korea started making it, and it sounds a little bit too like clean and weird. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the Asian piano's a little too clean. I like it a little dirty.
Action is a little more.
But so I got one, right? And I was like, all right, finally, I'm gonna learn how to read notes. I'm gonna play this, and then I can learn other songs. I'm gonna do this shit. And guess what?
Corona happened.
No, it got dusty on my piano. I played it a couple times, and then they'll be like, can you play a song for me? I'll be like, jingle bell, jingle bell. Okay, I'm done. And I close it.
So it's an upright piano? Mm-hmm. $5,000, that's not bad.
It isn't. It's used though.
Of course.
Because like.
I mean, new pianos are like 35 grand.
I know.
Jeez.
Do you have a Steinway?
No, I have a Yamaha. I'm endorsed, so shout out to Yamaha. Thank you.
You're a Yamaha fucking athlete?
Yeah, Yamaha athlete. So we go off-roading, you know what I'm saying?
He's a Yamaha.
Jet skis.
They're your sponsor? That's sick.
No, I got it. I got
This
still.
is
You
this.
have to pay. I got my upright piano half off.
Cool.
But it's brand new.
It's
Wait, how
amazing.
much
But
did
they
it go
hooked me
for?
up
You
with
said
some
30.
keyboards.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, the upright piano that I got, I still had to pay like 13 grand. That's half off.
That's half off? Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's cool though because it's a silent piano, so you hook up headphones and it's playing MIDI
That's what my
sounds.
piano is.
Yeah,
My
so then you
piano's
could.
The
headphones.
digital kind too.
Ah,
But it was
digitally.
$1,000. It's
Wow.
not like crazy.
I don't like
But it's
the
also
new pianos.
acoustic.
The new pianos sound too clean to me. I like my world dirty.
This piano sounds
can tell.
interesting. So it's an actual like piano with strings in it.
So a piano with strings, hardwood strings.
Silences it when you want to.
You press the pedal on the bottom, it silences the action, but it still controls as MIDI. So then
It puts a blanket on the back or something?
essentially like yeah, a blanket comes out and it's like no, it's pads that go on it. So you're playing the action still there. But you can hook it up to a computer and have it be MIDI keyboard so you can edit.
I like new pianos
I
now.
only know what it looks like in the back because when I was a kid, in our living room, we had the piano in the corner of the room.
No.
And then, like, for some reason, I like throwing stuff back there so my mom can't find it. And then so when my mom's looking for it, here's my chance to, like, bring it out and then go, what? It was right there. You didn't see it.
Wow.
So when I would jump back there, the back part of the piano, like half of it is exposed, and I would just see strings. And that's when I'd take a screwdriver and go,
Ouch.
Bro, you know how I found out? So my
All the
dad's
baby boy stories are so bad.
he's a piano teacher and a musician, right? So we had a couple pianos in the garage, and he was working on one. So it was exposed. It was an upright, and I was like, "What the fuck? That shit looks like a harp, right?"
It looks crazy.
Yeah. So I'm on like playing with it like a harp, and then he had to go inside and do something. And I was like, oh shit, what is gonna happen when I get these pliers? Because just a week ago I learned how to use pliers and cut like metal. And I was like,
No.
bing, 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 bing. Yup.
All of them?
All of them. I got my ass beat so fucking hard, dude. I got fucked
How old
up.
were you?
I don't know, I was a kid, but I was old enough to
17.
remember.
Was it someone else's piano he was tuning or something?
No, it was ours.
Oh,
How much does it cost to get it rewired?
I don't know.
A lot of money.
It's gotta be a couple grand. It's gotta be.
I remember every time I got my ass beat, he just kept complaining about how much money I cost him.
I bet.
That's like like a
That's why he fucking lost his pinky.
88.
88 strings. 1, 2, 3.
It was like bing, bing, bing. And then you know, it's like, it's tight, so it goes pew.
They're tight, yeah. I'm surprised it didn't hit you.
So sick.
Not get whacked.
I'm sure it felt cool, but
Each one sounds different too. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, pew, 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 pew.
messed up. Yeah, technically piano is a string instrument. Because of the strings, yeah. But it's in the rhythm section. But wow, that was...
I know, dude.
Because it's percussive. It's a bunch of hammers.
So it's like a percussion instrument, but it's technically a string instrument because it has strings.
How do you know that? Do you play? Mm-hmm. What do you play?
Typical Asian. Grew up learning how to play piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classical?
Yeah. And then I had to like beg to be able to play the guitar, which I felt was cooler at the time. Yeah.
That's like being a rock star.
Yup.
Yeah. And then but when I finally joined a band, I just played the bass, so it didn't feel so cool anymore.
The bass is tight too. You slap on the bass.
I never learned how to slap the bass. I could never do it.
Like a string bass?
No, like,
You look like a bass player.
do I? Why? What does a bass player look like?
Yeah, what does a bass player look like?
Just like quiet.
Usually quiet, tall, and lanky.
Yeah, kind of
I had
that.
those characteristics.
Did you play some funky ass shit?
Wasn't too funky. You have to know how to slap the bass to play funky shit, and I couldn't slap.
What'd you say?
I was like, because she was like, what instrument does it look like? Yeah.
Like a
Cello or
tambourine.
violin or something?
She's like a tambourine girl.
Flute, maybe?
Flute?
I play flute.
Oh, you did? Okay, I can see that. In band?
I see a
I
bagpipe.
did. I was in band.
First,
Not the
second chair?
accordion?
Oh, I didn't make it that far. It was in junior high, man.
Gotcha.
AJ's like, oh, you disgust me.
So like I played a lot of instruments growing up,
Yeah.
and then I got serious in junior high, and then I discovered what being cool was. So I was like, that doesn't
That's
involve
not cool.
band.
Instruments are cool though.
They're super fucking cool, but at that point, it's like you don't want to be in band. It ain't cool.
It's cool.
So I got into weed.
Yeah, it's cool when you're good and then you're able to woo the girls. But when you're still like, like you're like, oh, that's not cool. And you gotta be that geek at school carrying around a case. It's like, oh.
It is harder, I would say.
My case was small,
Like that.
Yeah, but you're still
small
this
case.
geek
Yeah,
with
the
this fucking
small-
case.
but then you put stickers on it, and you're cool.
And then you open it and you're like, and you open it and you gotta like fucking clean the instrument with their fucking shit.
And then the mouthpiece, you gotta suck on it a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
just
You
to
played
make it-
clarinet?
I did play clarinet.
I knew it.
Yeah, I played clarinet for a little
It just
bit.
doesn't look cool.
But I ended up playing piano for like the choir. There was not enough guys to be in choir, so it was a women's choir, but I was the only guy in there because I was playing piano for
What a
them.
stud.
Did they make you wear a wig?
They only wanted women.
They're like, it's a woman's choir.
Qualify? To qualify? Nah.
You can only sing up here.
You know?
You can only sing.
But I did play piano in jazz band and in orchestra, so it was cool for me. And I think that I hated that stereotype that only like girls played piano.
What?
That's a stereotype?
Yeah, it's like it's like a girly instrument.
I didn't know that.
Piano?
I hated thinking about how people.
Who taught you this?
Did La La Land change your mind?
Oh, I mean,
Or Little Richard?
myself changed my mind.
Wait, who taught you this? Fib.
The girl thing, I would just hear it from probably my white friends, probably.
I did think like the flute was a girl instrument. Other instruments
Because it looks like blowjobbing.
No. It's
Side blow.
pretty.
pretty and like a fairy.
Oh, that was really pretty.
That's why nobody touches his instruments.
Yeah, I'm
You
glad.
just like, can I play that? No, never mind.
That's the only instrument I've ever played.
The recorder?
Like a class. Because I did get signed up on a
recorder
guitar
class?
thing. Yeah, in 6th grade.
That's tight.
Sixth
Great, yeah, that's true. That's like the instrument everybody did.
Yeah, that was the easiest shit. There's no notes, it's just circles that you have to do.
Just circles.
Yeah, there's like dots that you follow. Super easy.
But piano then, in theory, would be easier.
Well, I've
'Cause you're
never
just
played.
pressing
Dude,
them.
growing up, I would beg my mom, like
you have a
cry
picture like
and beg, like please, I want to take piano lessons so bad, and we just couldn't afford
Should
it.
have took it from my parents. They would have made you hate piano.
I think my ear's still ringing.
How did you learn how to play piano?
My dad as well. My dad.
Okay, I bet you your dad made it fun.
He did, but it got to a point where I think he was probably tired of, having rehearse all the time. So he ended up getting me a teacher.
How did they clean it?
Oh, if you want to keep the white keys on your piano clean, no, I'm just kidding. No, you can't be cleaning piano with no OxiClean and wax. It's for clothes, but it works really well for clothes, especially if you got a kid like we do, and he's always getting grass stains, chocolate stains, candy stains, ice cream stains, all kind of stains. And before, I would see a stain, like a coffee stain on a white shirt, and I'm like, oh no, it's ruined. I pretty much have to throw it away because it's gonna end up being like a residual yellow spot. Now with the OxiClean Max Force, I just spray it on, let it sit overnight, and it's completely brand new. So I really like it. If you guys have whites and you want to keep it clean, make sure you go check that out.
So you gotta try OxiClean Max Force for yourself. To work your magic with OxiClean, go to oxyclean.com/MaxForce1 to get a coupon for $1 off. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
So your pops was a musician too?
Yeah, he was. He was really great musician, conductor and choir leader, and
Did he teach you the fun way, or did he go, here's some bullshit classical shit? And
you know
then
what? I think he loved pop music and choral music so much, like secular music. He played in the church and stuff.
Isn't that illegal though?
To
Play secular music in church?
No, he loved it outside of the church, right? So
Secular.
secular just means non-Christian. Secular just means not in religious music.
Secular.
Because he played for different churches, like 6 different churches every Sunday. I remember us going to so many different.
Guy's a hood hopper?
But on the Friday and Saturday, yeah, I was a church hopper. On Fridays and Saturdays, he would play with his pop band.
Oh, tight.
Which was really cool, and that's what inspired me to go outside of the box and not play classical anymore. And when he passed away, I was 10 years old, and we still had his keyboards and stuff. And I was like, I don't want to play classical music. It kind of reminds me of that stuff, but I was always playing pop music on his keyboard.
That's tight.
Dancing Queen and stuff and things like that from his books that he left. I know, so random. ABBA music.
Dancing Queen.
But I ended up,
the Dancing Queen with me?
Dancing Queen.
it was cool, like the synth part. I loved learning like the cool parts. So I ended up playing at all his churches essentially, take over. And my mom became the choir director, and I became the pianist. So we split his job into 2, and then I that's why I still continue to play.
That's tight.
Music, yeah.
That's like my story, but better.
Wait, so your dad was a musician?
Oh yeah.
It's like I saw a rainbow just like go over his head when he said that.
No, like it was a similar story. Classical music. He came to the States to pursue like opera and shit. So he was a classical musician. He studied at he apprenticed for this guy at USC. He was on Japanese TV and all this shit. He ran mad choirs for like multiple churches and stuff. But man, he made music really not fun. Like I get my ass beat every time I did the keys wrong. Like he ran it like Hitler.
Like really strict.
Hell yeah, man! It felt like I was a part of a Russian ballet and shit. You know? Like hella
Ballet's
strict.
tough.
It's like, why are you binding my feet? This is piano, Dad.
For the pedals.
I know, right?
You gotta wear wooden toe shoes for the pedals.
This fucking sucked. Yeah. And then I just hated, like, I think I learned how to just remember songs really fast. So I get like in trouble if I don't play the things right? So then I pretend that I'm like playing the keys so I don't get my ass beat. Like it felt like North Korea where like, I wanna eat dinner today. Da, 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 da.
Is he still around?
Yeah, fuck that guy. We like talk on the phone.
Well, there was a stint like many years that.
Oh yeah, he left when I was like 13.
That's where that.
I see.
Yeah. Wait, you can't leave vital.
No, but it's funny though. I know, but it's funny when I leave it out that way.
Okay, fine.
It's like, wait,
Well, then you should have started with "You Wish He Was Dead."
No, but that's where I was gonna get to. That's where the punch is. Because his dad passed, but I'm just like, I wish that your dad stayed alive because he deserved it and mine didn't. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you ruined the punch for me. Anyways.
you ruined it.
I got it. I appreciate
He had
that.
a big heart, and he felt bad for you. Huh? So I felt bad for him.
No, it's okay. I appreciate that.
It's just
story.
funny, right? How like we can both be raised like in a music environment, but depending on the person and how they communicate the art or teach the art,
You might hate it or.
yeah, it changes the game, man. I think a lot of Asian kids that are forced to do music, they don't really get to appreciate the love for it because it's so there's no soul to it, dude.
Yeah,
It's-
they're
it's
being
kinda
forced
like-
to.
Yeah, like do it because I want you to just be fucking dope, so I can be like, hey, look at my kid. They can play Beethoven at 2 years old. You know?
That's true.
To show off and stuff.
Yeah, like the fuck is wrong with you? What about self-expression and having another way of, you know, like expressing yourself and being artistic and learning shit like that? My dad wasn't like that. He hated those type of parents. He would actually be like, I don't want to teach your kids anymore.
Damn.
Yeah.
I remember going to recitals and like the kid would be playing and my mom would be like, you see how straight that guy's sitting? I'm like, well, yeah, but the song sucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, who gives a shit the way, like, look at his tuxedo. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
But that's also why I hated and still am not a huge fan of classical music because it kind of keeps you in a box. You have to play it exactly how the composer did it, you know. I love playing church music, pop music. It's just chords. So you just play.
Freestyling.
Yeah, you're freestyling, you know what I mean? You interpret it the way you want to, so.
Honestly, I don't even know how they knew how all those symphonies were.
Yeah.
They didn't record it. So how the fuck do you know that's how it's been maintained?
I feel
Yeah.
you. The dynamics on the paper, they're really strict about that stuff. That's why.
So that's why that culture is that strict because you have to follow what's on the
You
books.
have to follow exactly, even the way your fingers go on it, because they put like the numbers on the thing.
Fortissimo.
Yeah, and the second finger has to play that note. You know, it's very specific, and it's it keeps you in a box, I'd say.
I have the piano that I mentioned that I have. It's a smart piano, so you could like plug in an
and it plays-
iPad,
yeah.
and then it teaches you because there's like lights and stuff. So
Is it Yamaha or
no,
Casio?
it's called the One piano. Yeah,
Oh.
One. Like yeah. Anyway, so I was trying to learn this one song, and then I nailed the right hand. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm
Yes,
good. And then
yes.
I nailed the left. And I was like,
Yes.
fuck yeah, I got this shit. And then I combined it. I couldn't play a single note. I was like, what the fuck?
That's hard.
Because one's rhythm, right? And the other one's like melody.
Yeah, I couldn't make them both happen, but also I think I did too much because like I said, I've never really played anything, and that was the first day that I just sat down and the piano. It was in the beginning of quarantine. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking learn piano by the end of quarantine. And I did like 3 hours of the piano.
Oh shit.
And then I haven't touched it since. I think I scared myself.
That's kind of how I felt when I tried to learn the drums, because I was like, okay, I've played instruments where you have the one hand and then two hands, but then drums you're putting in both feet. Where I'm just like, there's too many fucking limbs moving at once. I can't do this.
There's eighth notes here and then there's quarter notes here.
Yeah. I'm like, what the?
You gotta do one of these things, man.
And you're just opening and closing the hi hat. I don't know.
You're saying how it was like really interesting, like the perspective of like the parents' approach and how the kids turned out, whether they love it or hate the music. For me, I had a parent, like my mom was super supportive of anything I wanted to do in the arts. So she allowed me to do whatever I wanted, and I did. But because she wasn't really strict about it, she was like, as soon as I was like, I've learned enough, I'm bored, I want to do the next thing, she was like, okay. But now looking back, I'm like, damn it, I wish it was just a little bit strict.
A little bit more disciplined, huh? Like,
yes, that I would have.
try it 2 more times.
Because I know a little bit of a lot of things, and I'm like, fuck, I never got to like finish it because like as a kid, I was really fickle and like bored, you know.
It's important, I think, for us to finish something when you're young.
Hell yeah.
Like, at
When do
least
you finish piano classes?
get to a point where you can just pull up any note, like tabs, like music theory, you
can make your own music
to
at
the
that
point,
point.
yeah, where you just read the notes and you could start playing it, sight read or whatever. I think that is being able to play. Yeah.
You could take lessons for years and not be able to do that though.
Yeah. So to me, I don't even think they're a piano player. Like, if for me, a musician that for that instrument means not only can you read the music, you should be able to hear and play immediately and also create your own.
Yeah, if it's like we're gonna jam out in the key of A,
or then you're a guitar player. But if you have to go, like, if
dependent?
if you can't just play your own shit, or you can't read music, or you can't play according to ear, I don't even think you're a guitar player. You're not technically an artist yet, you know? You're just a follower.
well, my mom played for many years, but she can't go beyond tabs. Oh. She's not comfortable in freestyling. She's not comfortable, and I think that's normal for a lot of musicians. Some people are just they
just do one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of musicians who also they swear by not being able to read music and they do it by ear, which is obviously very cool and a great talent to have. But I will always like advocate learning what you're playing, and so you're able to communicate with other musicians in case that's all. Cause
that's my limitation.
Yeah.
Because not because I want to be cool. It's just that I never learned that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I met
get back to normal, though.
this bass player. He's like one of the most recorded bass players in all of music. Pino Palladino, like legend. He played on Tori Kelly's album, and I was like,
Pain in the ass to work with. He's gonna read music.
well, he said that I was just like, dude, you're a freaking legend, man. He's like, well, one time I went in for a movie because very big composer. I don't want to just get it wrong, but asked him to play, and he said, hey, man, unfortunately, I can't read this, and he got replaced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, because he's an amazing bass player, just like on his own. Just improviser, does this stuff by feel, which is cool. But there are certain jobs that maybe you'll get locked out of. But that's not to say that he's not any more of a legend than he is, or any less than. You know what I mean? But I feel like there is a strong point of being able to read music, like you said, being able to create your own, and be able to just jam with others.
Because it's the common language too that like everyone's like, I don't even know what half these terms mean anymore, but you know, like when there's like a coda or whatever, like if you're in a big band and everyone has to play, all right, from this part, like everyone knows what from the top means, that's from the top, right? But if you're from this bar, from here, and if you're not, everyone can't, what you trying to say, teacher? Then like everyone's not on the same page, and you have to orchestrate like 100, 200 pieces. So I think that part's pretty important.
Yeah. I mean, there's a difference between like a session player, someone in an orchestra, and someone who's just like their own artist and stuff. And I think all of them can thrive on their own and be successful, of course. But it is cool, and I do love encouraging like young players and stuff to keep their classical chops, but also break out of that so you can make your own music.
I want to learn classical chops.
I thought you said that was what you started with?
I forgot all of it.
Yeah. That's the problem, I think. It gets like so hammered into you and rehearsing and stuff, and you're crying and shit, and like you don't want to play anymore.
Your brain shits it out.
I just freestyle everything now. Yeah.
And you memorize it for the recital.
Yep.
But after that, you take it out of your
It's
brain.
literally like midterms and finals, like for school.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like who remembers that stuff right now?